Hello guys, Engage here. Let me quickly get to the point. This is the um, short help video, I guess, to show like this objective counter thing and how you could possibly update it, or how I did it in this particular case. Let's first have a quick look at what we're going to be doing, or what we're going to be looking at rather. So once I hit play, it detects how many coins there are. We're going to walk around whenever we um, collect a coin. The text automatically updates, and we just continue to collect things. And when we collect the last one, input is locked, and we get a completion screen, and that's about it. We're gonna hit spacebar and try again. So yeah, basically, we'll start off with this coin itself. The coin just has a coin script on it and a sphere collider. The actual object, the coin, is a child object, so it doesn't really matter. You can add some scripts to make it bounce and rotate or whatnot. Anyway, so the collider is set to be a trigger, not an actual collision box, but a trigger box. And the script itself over here is very simple. So when something enters the trigger, we check if it's not the player. We're just going to exit out. We don't do anything. But if it is the player, basically we get past this if statement, and we'll invoke this this event up here, this action, and destroy the coin. What this basically means is that whoever is subscribed to this action, to this event, will fire off some sort of method, and that would be the coin objective here. It's a coin objective script, and it will look a little bit more complicated than it really is. But anyways, so at launch, the awake method will find all the objects of type coin, will loop over each coin, and basically associate this method to the event on the coin. So whenever we trigger this, whenever invoke is called on the coin objective class, we're basically firing off this this method. As well as up here, we actually get the count, so we know how many total coins we have. I store this information here in the private variables. So whenever this method is fired, obviously we are increasing the count, the regular count of how many we've got collected, and we're telling whoever is subscribed to update UI to fire off whatever their method is. So whoever subscribes to the update UI event. And to show what that does is basically we have this coin counter UI thingy. Let me find it in the scene. It should be right here. It has a reference to the actual coin counter text objective thing. That is the this part down here. And this method just finds the coin objective thing, which is sort of like our, I don't know, objective type holder thing, whatever. And it subscribes to the update UI method, or it associates this method down here to the update UI action. And so every time update UI gets fired, this method gets called, and we're basically updating to the text and get from the coin objective class, we get the collected coins and the total coins, and we just basically update the text in such a way. I also do that here at the beginning to just make sure that it's not blank or anything like that, or it doesn't say 0 out of 0 until you have the first coin collected. So I call it once manually. Back to the coin objective thing. So every time we collect a coin, we increase the counter and tell the UI to update. But we're also in the update loop checking if the total coins we've the total coins available and the coins collected is equal. Then we want to fire off the objective complete event. So anyone that's subscribed to this will then get notified. And let's see here in the objective manager, we're actually subscribing to that during start, so that when this gets fired, this method gets called, and we're basically turning the objective tracker UI off and the completion screen on. We're also setting a local variable, a boolean, to true, so that we know that the objective was complete. And we're telling anyone who's subscribed to lock input to fire off method. In the update, we do check if the objective is completed. So if this is true and we press spacebar, we just reload the scene. This is just so we can reload. We don't have to do that. Anyways, so in the player controller, we have at the beginning, we're subscribing to the lock input event and fire off on lock input whenever this is called, which simply just sets a local variable input locked to true. And therefore in update we can check, hey, if input is locked, just set all the movement values to 0, so we don't retain any of the previous frame's input, and we return out, so no new input is being accepted. And yeah, this is just a very simple movement stuff. It's not very impressive. I just very quickly tried to throw something together here. But yeah, because we do have this code in here, which allows us to still press the space bar if the objective is complete and reloads the scene. When the scene is reloaded, basically input is no longer locked. All the coins are back. The values are reset. And we just start over. And just one more time to run through it. Alright, collect the coin. The text updates every time we trigger it. And when we're done, input is locked. Now, if there was stuff in the background that would be animated, like, I don't know, trees with wind and stuff like that, they would continue to animate. In fact, if the character would have an idle animation, you would continue to see that. So let me actually demonstrate that with my own version. So here's one that I was working on previously to figure this out. Yeah, I added some more stuff like some rotating and bouncing coins and whatnot. I've not figured out what the ideal path is here, so please don't criticize my my lap time here. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to definitely change that. It doesn't really look great when the camera is constantly zooming in and out. And I guess we still need to go up here, and we need to jump, jump, and jump. And oh, we forgot some more coins. There we go. Now, as you can see, it might be a little hard to tell, but the character is actually still in an idle animation. The game is actually still playing. We haven't stopped game time, so to speak. We only stopped input from happening. But yeah, just press bar and we get it again. Except that this time things are located somewhere else. Because in my version I actually flipped the world a few times. Anyways, yeah, I hope you found any of that helpful. If it wasn't clear, please let me know and I can try and make a more detailed video on this kind of stuff. But it's just one approach of many. But yeah, I hope it helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Imphenzia's Discord. Bye!